welcome to this week's edition of The Magnate. By now, of course, you know that The Magnate is a program that parades veterans, major players in the corporate and the public sector. Today, we are going to be lending a voice to business growth. That's what the program is about. We are going to be mentoring on television. And who is a magnate for the week? The only way you get to find out is when you watch this profile documentary we have put together. And of course, you'll agree with me. He's eminently qualified to lend a voice to business growth. We'll be back shortly, and then you meet a foremost administrator who has served in various capacities, and of course, particularly the state of aquatic splendor. You'll be back to meet him. Join us shortly.
Otunba Dr. Abdulfatai Olukoga was born to the family of the late Sulaiman Adebambo Olukoga, famous retired sales manager with Michelin Tires of Itumoja quarters, and Alaja Zainab Abeni Olukoga Nibakari of Ishele quarters, Ikorodu, Lagos State. His primary education began in 1957 at St. John's Schools, Aroloya, Lagos, where he obtained his first school leaving certificate in 1965 at Ansarudin College, Isolo, where he obtained the West Africa School Certificate Examination in 1970. Within the same year, he first worked briefly with the Lagos State Ministry of Education and Community Development and later traveled in search of golden fleas to Malcolm X College, Chicago's Illinois, United States of America, where he obtained a diploma in Business and Applied Science in 1973. Still in 1973, he gained admission into Governor State University, Park Forest, South Illinois, where he obtained a BSc degree in Social Cultural Processes in 1975. While there, he exhibited certain leadership qualities which earned him positions. He bagged an MBA in Marketing and Industrial Relations from the same university in 1976. He was conferred an honorary doctorate degree in Philosophy in Public Administration. He also bagged a PhD honorary caucus in Political Science and International Relations at Crescent University in October 2015. Otunba Olukoga's dedication to service, exemplified leadership qualities, and administrative competence have been recognized and acknowledged through various awards and commendations. He has authored a book titled Managing People and also adds to his credit articles published in the Lagos State Bureaucrat. He published a memoir on Olukoga, the quintessential administrator, in May 2015. Otunba Olukoga, who retired as a permanent secretary in the Lagos State Civil Service in May 2007, is now the chairman of Avalanche Rural Insurance Brokers Limited and director, Soundserve Microfinance Bank, Ikorodu. He is married to Princess Mulikat Adedoyin Ni Onisiwo with children. He plays lawn tennis, loves reading and photography.
It's a pleasure to welcome you back to The Magnate. I'm really enjoying myself today while lending a voice to business growth. And who is our magnate? I still have with us here Dr. Olukoga, mentoring us on television. You're still welcome to the program, sir.
It's a pleasure.
He's a technocrat, served with Lagos State government and so many other organizations, and now he's endowing us with his wealth of knowledge. But we can't conclude this chat without talking of the knowledge, intellect of financial management to being a good administrator.
Well, there I would say that once you get a project, don't allow funds to first of all give you a failure. You have to believe that this project will be achieved. And for someone to achieve, then you have to do more to achieve something. So at the time we got this program, or let's say, don't do it generally. I'm not an accountant. But as a generalist, an administrator, who have gone through the mails of some documents or everything. Because if you are an accountant, bring something for me, well, I'll be able to read and say, oh no, this one should be like this one. They will look at you. Are you an accountant? Just like I said, when I was given the position of special advisor, and I have to, well, one of the most of the universities, especially LASU, was under my superintendent. And when I called the meeting of all the professors, the doctors, I told them, you can't do it this way, this way, this way. You have too many accounts. Why don't you go and do it? They said, how do you know? I said, I've done my ground. I've done my background. So that's one thing you need to do. You don't sit on the fence. You must first of all assert yourself that what is my aim? What is your target? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to leave as a legacy? on this assignment you are getting.
What mark do you want
What
to
mark
leave
you want
behind?
to leave behind? So once you know that,
Prince.
then you know that yes, this is the way to start.
Okay.
Then if you know you have a sort of maybe a doubt, go to those who knows, the elderly people, even the younger ones. When by the time you discuss it with them, in Yoruba they will say, "Alright, Shiri, but sometimes when you're talking with that man, that bad person, you may be able to gain something. Yes. Don't just discard what people are telling you.
Nobody's useless.
Nobody's useless. Like I always tell people in my class, when you are in classroom, ask questions. Even when I don't want to shout on you, you will learn. So don't, first of all, forget about want to be timid, or you say fear. You're drawn. But if you partake, you will see that you also will have a feel. You will be satisfied that I'm part of them. Okay.
We are still chatting with Dr. Olukoga, and I must ask this. You have veered into politics too. In fact, you represented Ikorodu where we are now. Was that a way of also wanting to lend a voice to serve your people? Are you really a core politician? You don't look one to me.
Well, we can't leave politics to the entities. So that's what makes some of us who are learning to be involved. Okay. Because if you want to save a nation, you must be able to have the confidence and the ability that you want to put something down. When I left as civil servant, a public servant, and I said, what next? What do I do for my community? The first thing was to go and serve as chairman of the Ikorodu Oga organization, which is the umbrella of all clubs in Ikorodu. And I studied the way people have been doing in the past, my predecessors. And I said that Ikorodu Oga Day is only celebrated in 3 days. That's not enough. When you call something an event, you want to have fun. You want to make every day different, enviable. So I now created activities for each day, for 7 days, up to the grand finale. I brought in the taste of Ikorodu, the taste of Ikorodu fruits. I will tell you at that time, that when I was young, I didn't even know that you can make banana, unripe banana, to become a wine. Wow. That was learned there. Most of the dialects of the food that Ikorodu eat, like okaraka, and the igbalo, and so on and so forth.
I'll come from some story.
We learn from them. So we have to bring those who knows it, bring them forward, and then encourage them. And we started from Woro. And with Woro, by calling MTN, look, you have been taking fund from Ikorodu people. Oh yes, now. This time you have to come and do your sales for one event. So the next thing they told me that, I want you to give us a tone on the MTN. I said, the only person that I know, or the only state that have a tone is Abeokuta. Now Ikorodu has to. So that's why we now call Ilu mi, Ilu Ikorodu, Odara, Olewa, Ilu Toloyin. So they now put it. So they now put it as a team, as the MTM tune. So we started with that, and then we now signed a contract that, look, if you sell more, Sapatari must come to develop Ikorodu.
Your business acumen for there.
So we did that, and this is the money we use to fund the project, and also rehabilitate some schools that are dilapidated. For instance, the one that will be here, it used to be the home science school, but later it became a primary school. So we went in there, we do the roofing, we do everything, and it was okay. So then the next thing is, okay, I want to find the politics. After I rose the interest of the community, after I've showed them my capacity, what I can do, that can still bring a lot of development to Ikorodu. Party policy, it's a discipline that you must follow. You have to follow. You have to follow if you want to be a good man. And that's why you don't see me jumping from one party to the other. I'm very stagnant, and because I want to learn from elders who have been there. Why are you there?
Maybe you are not a godfather anyway.
If you live there, you are not bringing some change. Yes, I'm not a kingmaker.
No, yes.
Because I've told everybody that I've now got to the age that even I told them if I won the House of Reps, when Jimmy Benson and I was contesting, about 8 of them, if I won the House of Reps, I'm only going to do one time. And that one time, I want to bring an idea, an innovation, a good representative. But as God will have it, Jimmy Benson won, and we all came together as a sportsmanship. I agree with him, and we sat down. This is what we need to do. And to God, baby, he's doing very, very well. He's doing well. Most of my program, like we feed people, and he's doing it.
You've handed your blueprint
and he looked at it, and he's doing it. So I'm really happy that he's taking people together. They were all together, you know what they're doing. So politics is lose or win. There are some politicians who are they are not good for election, but they are good for selection.
You don't have the capability to compete.
To compete because you have to, money is involved, and if you don't want to sell your father's home or your grandfather's home, then you have to really play it in your own way. That you will say at the end of the day, I blew all my money, and you see walking around the street with nothing. So
let's go for a short break now. Our camera lens caught up with the management of CRC Credit Bureau, where they were celebrating their 10th year anniversary. Let's bring that to you. We'll be back here to continue our stimulating conversation.
CRC Credit Bureau Limited, a private limited liability company duly incorporated and licensed under the laws of Federal Republic of Nigeria, established by a consortium of 10 leading financial institutions and Dun and Bradstreet as a technical partner with the purpose of delivering credit bureau services in Nigeria. Licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria in June 2009 under the then leadership of
Sanusi Lamido Sanusi,
now Emir of Kano. And you say the baby that was born 10 years ago is gradually growing into adolescent, hence the need for the celebration. The day started with the rendition of the national anthem and was immediately followed with the chairman's welcome address, the 6th since the inception of the company.
It's with gratitude that I welcome you to our company's 10th year anniversary lecture.
The steadfastness and the integrity of CRC cannot be undermined for having the will to bring the former Deputy Governor of Central Bank to chair the anniversary celebrations.
Credit Bureau can be a key enabler for expanding lending business.
The passionate and never die spirits of the MD came to fore, where he told us the journey so far.
The company started with a live operation in 2009, and that was that same month that we were privileged to have our license from the Central Bank. That month, we sold 49 credit reports. In the process, we earned 40,950 naira in the month of June. For the whole of 2009, from June to December, 7 months, we sold only 503 credit reports, and we earned 336,500. I need to give you this to know where we are coming from. The first set of banks that submitted data that were accepted when it went through our validation rules were 6 banks. GT, Diamond, FCMB, Intercontinental, UBA, and First Bank. Today, 10 years later, I think the documentary has shown the progress that we have made. We have over 30 million records. We have over 1,300 customers. And the company has developed over 13 products. And these 13 products cater to 4 needs of our customers. First, it assists them to prospect new customers. Second, it assists them to profile customers that they want to do business with or grant credit. Third, it assists them to monitor the credit that have already been given through portfolio monitoring. And finally, it assists them for collections and debt management for those that have gone into default.
Evolving a new lending model for the economic development of Nigeria was the anniversary lecture. This was delivered by Mrs. Emma Essien Lore, Country Manager, IFC.
Nigeria is known around the world for its dynamic entrepreneurship, and this dynamism is often envied by other countries. When I travel, I hear that quite a bit. But living here, we all know that there are enormous constraints to the private sector, enormous constraints to actually enabling the private sector to play the role it needs to play to help Nigeria address the key issues for development that are really quite prescient for the country.
To further elucidate on the chosen topic, the late speaker was joined with the business technocrats in a panel discussion. This was moderated by Mrs. Nike Adeyemi, ED Faith Foundation.
The enterprise itself is in a very dire strait, either in terms of technical skills, in terms of knowledge of the business.
There is enough supply as we speak in terms of the capacity and the willingness of banks to lend. There's also enough people willing to take loans.
The concept actually originated from our discourse today, and that is, I would say, engineered by 3 of our banks.
Giving honor to whom is due, you see. Past chairman, former director were duly recognized for their immense contribution to the company.
The company will never cease to explore different areas that can be of assistance to discharging their mandates. This was once again demonstrated with the launch of CRC mobile app, recognizing the brilliant efforts of CRC in the past years. Friends and well-wishers gave their goodwill messages.
FICO would like to acknowledge the importance of the work that CRC Credit Bureau is doing for the people of Nigeria. On behalf of FICO, I say thank you very much and congratulations.
The CBN will continue to support initiatives aimed at encouraging lending to the real sector of the economy.
How was it preparing for this anniversary, and do you think it is worth celebrating?
Fantastic, excellent. Clearly, it was a very good outing.
Having a technical partner for a young business is a necessity for a growing business to grow optimally. How has it been partnering with Don and Bradstreet and FICO?
It's been a very smooth partnership, very rewarding.
It has been 10 years of challenges and solid foundation laying. What do you expect in the next 10 years?
CRC should be the market leader.
I just hope every Nigerian will have a credit score.
We wish CRC Credit Bureau more milestones as they continue to blaze the trail in making sure that the delivering of credit services to most corporate bodies and Nigeria is achieved.
Otumba Olukoga, we are still chatting with. Now, sir, going through your CV, saw a lot of awards belonging to several clubs. All these awards, even in your office, are laced with them. How does that make you feel? One day you are just looking at it, okay, does that give you a sense of satisfaction? With that, what's your counsel for the young ones and even the retirees?
Yes.
Because sometimes we go into the service not remembering that one day, this job, I will retire.
You will retire. You will leave.
So
you.
just, use that.
Well, I'm happy. Even the service I was doing is to ensure that I serve the people. Once you serve the people, you know you are satisfied. So that brought us to the awards. You see, when you are doing things, you are being watched. And the reward of being watched is by giving you an award, the word here and there. And when you are getting the reward, it also makes you to do more. That it will serve an impetus, it motivate an impetus or motive to let you do more. And that's what those awards have done for me. And I cannot stop. I've imbibed myself to give good service, to ensure that you treat your fellow human being in the right manner. You don't look on your fellow human being. You look at your fellow being as we are peers. And then even whether young or old, when I see young people, I try to counsel them. Please, don't let money to overshadow your accomplishments. If you have patience, endurance, and perseverance, you get to where you are going. But if you believe that, one Mr. A, we went to school together, you don't know what he has done. Whether he's involved in Yahoo, or whether involved in a shady business, but you must have a clear mind. Just that when I left Ministry of Youth and Sport, said, EFCC is looking, you know my house, give them my address, give them where I am, till today. And that was 2007. I've not seen any EFCC looking for me. And I went back again. I don't see EFCC or ICPC looking for me. Because you want to have the fear of God. Like I said, anything you do, have the fear of God, have contentment, and also believe that one of these days you are going to answer your Creator. And that is why you have to do things that is very remarkable and something that you don't see an elderly person in a place where you are not supposed to be. When you said that being clubs here and there, you see, it's a club that we used to motivate. It's a club that you want to see your peers doing it and you want to copy them. For example, you use Island Club, for instance. You use a Cook Club, that's the club. They use Oriu Club, Ikorodu. You can see from Oriu Club, many of us have become a permanent secretary. Many of us have served as a commissioner. Many of us have served as the head of this and that. So, organization, networking places. So, this is what we use it for. Okay. And nowadays, when kids go to a club, it's for drinking, dancing, malaria, and what they call it nowadays that is going on. You know, you go into all, and that is the fault of parents.
Okay. Finally, sir, the retirement, you know, what's your counsel for those who are retiring and not really plan for retirement? Use me on as a case study, you know.
Good. It's a pity. I just wrote 2 books.
Really?
When I finished, I wrote a memoir called Olukoga, the Continental Administrators, where I laid down my background when I was born. I went to primary school, secondary school, university, and where I worked, and what are the challenges and the advantages of where I work, what are the gains. So that was what constituted. Even I use example what we do in the ESCO. When you put a report and you finish your report, governor, you say ESCO, that's your memo. When that is your memo,
tear it apart.
Thank you. Critique it. When they were talking, you keep quiet, start writing down. Then you now take individuals. After that, then they all say, okay, how do you feel, members? So I say, approved. Some will say, not approved, dead on arrival.
Wow.
So it's an impetus. When I retired, I have a lot of millions in my portfolio, which helped me to step up. Then, so the books I wrote now is in 2 parts. One is retirement income and savings.
They will know that before I ask the question.
So I'll finish that part. I'll give it to a financial guru to look at it. He has made his comment. Wow. The other one was an offshoot of what happened in Loma. No, of what happened in Loma. You know, we said Loma was commercialized. Loma was not just commercialized like that. Like I told you, we had a team, pollution control, they came. And before you do that, you have to bring the people to be involved, asking questions and so on. Then you lose their questions that will make you to come to decisions. So and I say, look, so what I'm coming out with is strategic advising and international relations, which has been completed. Is with Professor Unilad.
Interesting. You are not just hoarding this knowledge, you are sharing it, both in literary form, so that they can even outlive you.
Yes.
You can see what I told you. You made a good choice. A Magnate for the week. Thank you very much for allowing us to have a peep into your life and sharing the knowledge that you have with us on the Magnate. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm happy that you find me out and made me hear my feel to the young generation of today's, and I hope they will learn from it and they will know that going around the street doesn't pay. You have to put something. You have to put your own contribution to wherever you lay your hand. Yes, and you must exert whatever you're doing. That's my advice to the youth of Nigeria.
Thank you
both
very
men
much.
And women.
Thank you so much. That's the essence of this program, lending a voice to business growth and mentoring on television. I told you at the beginning that we have a magnate, a business mogul, a technocrat that has served added value in both public and private sector. It was indeed a pleasure to have an interactive session with Alhaji Dr. Otumba Olajide Babatunde Abdulfatai Olukoga on the Magnate today. Join us same time next week when we shall bring you a fresh edition of the Magnate, lending a voice to business growth. Somebody will be here to mentor us on television next week. Bye for now.